Welcome to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio from Boise, Idaho. This is your host, Adam Graham. If you have a comment, email it to me, box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter at Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook, facebook.com/Radio Detectives. Well, before we do get started, I do want to let you know this program is brought to you by the financial support of our listeners, and I particularly want to thank Gary so much for his support. We will send along access to our premium site, and you can support the show at support.greatdetectives.net, and you can also regularly contribute to the show at patreon.greatdetectives.net. Well, we turn now to the Nick Carter serial era, so we're going to go back in time about 4 years to 1944. Nick Carter began as a 30-minute program, and back in April of 1943, and it stayed that way for 53 weeks. And then in April 1954, it began its run as a 5-day-a-week serial. And that lasted from April 17th through September 1st, accounting for 98 episodes. And when we came to these in the course of doing the show, I just basically said, we don't have any of these episodes. Well, that was a good couple years ago, and since then some episodes have emerged. Of the 98 episodes, 7 emerged. 3 are from different scattered stories, so it wouldn't be any good to listen to. But there's a 6-part serial, of which 4 are now in existence. And having listened to all of the existing episodes, I think the story is easy enough to follow. So we're going to go ahead and play part 1 and part 2 of The Accidental Bullet. The original air date, June the 12th and June the 13th of 1944. So here now is Nick Carter.
President Roosevelt, Secretary of the Treasury Henry Morgenthau, Paul Muni, Frank Chatone, Walter Houston, Charles Lawton, and Orson Welles, among others, will be heard on the big show that starts the 5th War Loan tonight at 10 o'clock. You can hear this big war bond show over Mutual tonight at 10 o'clock Eastern Wartime.
What's the matter? What is it?
It's a case for Nick Carter, Master Detective.
Yes, it's a case for that most famous of all manhunters, the detective whose ability at solving crime is unequaled in the history of detective fiction, Nick Carter, Master Detective. Continuing the curious adventure called
The Accidental Bullet, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Murdered Dog.
With the mystery of the test tube murders finally solved, Nick Carter is taking it easy. He has no case to occupy his mind, and what's more, he hopes none will come along. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, and he's just only arrived at his office.
Morning, Patsy.
Oh, hello, Nick. Shame on you. It's almost 10 o'clock.
Yes, I know. I just felt lazy this morning. Any calls?
Not a thing. Wasn't anything in the mail either.
Good. Then I'll work in my lab this morning unless something comes up. I'm counting on you to keep me from being disturbed unless it's something really important.
I will, Nick.
Good girl, Patsy.
The spring fever Nick has must be catching. That's only the mailman. Well, just a minute. Yes, can I help you?
Young lady, I want to speak to Mr. Nicholas Carter.
Oh, well, won't you come in, please? Please sit down, Mr.
Simon Agnew's my name, young lady. I used to know Nicholas' father. He and I were old friends.
I see.
Now, I want to see Nicholas. Oh, what a smart boy. Maybe he's detective enough to tell me who murdered Lord Nelson.
Who murdered Lord Nelson?
That's what I said, young lady. Lord Nelson. Died last night in my backyard with a bullet through his head.
Died in your backyard? But, Mr. Agnew, Lord Nelson was a famous British admiral who died at the Battle of...
And Lord Nelson is a bulldog, too, young lady. My watchdog. Now he's dead. Murdered by some thieving rascal. I want to hire Nicholas Carter to find the man who killed him.
Oh, I see. Well, Mr. Agnew, I'm afraid Mr. Carter doesn't investigate the murder of dogs. You see, he's a...
What is it, Patsy? Anything wrong?
Oh, Nick, this is Mr. Simon Agnew. He says he was a friend of your father's.
Of course. How are you, Mr. Agnew? I
Hello,
remember Dad
Nicholas.
speaking of you often. What seems to be the trouble? I heard someone mention the word murder.
Lord Nelson, Nicholas. Lord Nelson has been murdered.
Lord Nelson was Mr. Agnew's watchdog, Nick. I was just telling him that dog murders are a little out of your line.
Murder is murder, young lady, whether it's a dog or a man. Isn't that right, Nicholas?
I agree with you, Mr. Agnew. And I'll be glad to look into the matter for you.
Oh, but Nick, you
I know,
said you
Patsy,
want...
but this is different. I've never tried to find the murderer of a dog before. May be a very interesting case.
I want the murderer punished to the full extent of the law, Nicholas.
Well, Mr. Agnew, I can't make any promises, but I'll do my best. You want to go along, Patsy?
I sure do. This is no day to sit in an office.
All right, come on then. Let's get started.
Well, here we are, Nicholas. This is where I live.
I see. Very nice little cottage. You live alone?
Except for Lord Nelson. Now he's dead.
But it seems so isolated. Don't you ever get lonely?
Young lady, I'm an inventor. I can't work if there are a lot of people around to bother me.
Yes, I know. I'm that way myself. Well, let's get out and see what we can find.
Come in this way, Nick. We'll go through the house.
I see you've no neighbors near you.
The nearest house is 200 yards away. What's this? I'll show you one of my little inventions.
What kind of an invention, Mr. Agnew?
A special burglar-proof lock.
Well, there isn't any lock on the door at all. There isn't even a doorknob.
And that's why it's burglar-proof. Now, just watch. All I need to do is to blow this whistle. And the door opens.
Why, that's marvelous.
You see, the sound of the whistle operates an electric lock. Smart, eh? Come in.
It's a very clever device, Mr. Agnew.
It certainly is. No burglar would ever dream of blowing a whistle to make a door open.
And if he did, he'd give himself away at once. I've got something else here that'll interest you, too. My silent secretary.
A silent secretary.
Yes. It's an automatic recording device that takes down everything a visitor says while he's in the house.
I see. And was it on when we came in?
Only at first, and I cut it off. Here, I'll play it back for you. Now, you'll hear the first things you said when you came in. Listen now.
It's a very clever device, Mr. Agnew.
It certainly is. No burglar would ever dream of blowing a whistle to make a door open.
That's when I cut it off. The apparatus is all hidden in the coat closet here. Never guessed that, did you, Mr. Carter?
Oh, I certainly didn't.
Well, it's wonderful, Mr. Agnew. Do you have many other inventions like these?
Oh, dozens of them. That's what the burglar who killed Lord Nelson was after.
I see. You're sure it was a burglar, then?
Well, who else would kill my watchdog? And come along. I'll show you his body. It's in the kennel out back of the house. It's right back this way. I haven't touched him. Here's the kennel. Right here by the back steps. And there's Lord Nelson lying inside. Stone dead.
Oh, the poor thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the bullet entered his head while he was lying there asleep. At least he didn't suffer.
The finest watchdog you could want. He'd bark his head off if a stranger came near the house.
And yet he was asleep when he was killed?
What do you mean, Nick?
It seems strange he didn't wake up when the murderer entered the yard.
That's right. I never thought of that.
You said a burglar killed him. Was your house robbed last night, Mr. Wagner?
Well, no, Nicholas, it wasn't.
Was there any sign of a burglar, even having tried to get in?
Come to think of it, there wasn't.
What are you getting at, Nick?
I don't believe Lord Nelson was killed by a burglar.
But then who did kill him?
Well, I don't know yet. Mr. Wagner, what's in that direction up there, up the hill and through those trees?
Over there? Oh, just an old stone house. The only place anywhere near me.
Anyone live in it?
It's been empty for years. Heard somebody bought it just a while ago, though. For some kind of a club, I think.
Not a hunting club by any chance?
Oh, no, Nicholas, no hunting around here anymore.
I see. Well, suppose you let me and Patsy look around for more clues. You can go on with your work in the meanwhile.
All right, Nicholas, but let me know what you find.
I will.
I want that murderer caught and punished.
Poor old fellow. He must have been awfully fond of his dog.
Yes, but Patsy, I don't believe Lord Nelson was killed intentionally.
Why not, Nick?
Well, first look at this hole on the side of the kennel where the bullet went through.
Mm-hmm.
Would anyone have deliberately fired through the kennel to kill the dog?
Well, that's right. They wouldn't. They'd have run the risk of missing him.
Certainly. And then again, if anyone had come into the yard, the dog would certainly have waked and barked. No, Patsy. The bullet that killed Lord Nelson came from some distance away.
Yes, of course, I can see that now.
I think it probably was a wild bullet. And judging from this hole in the kennel, it came from someplace up that hill.
Well, then it must have been an accident.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if that's true, then no one's to blame, and the case is solved.
Not necessarily, Patsy. I have a funny hunch there's still a lot we don't know about this case. So before we call it closed, let's take a walk up that hill and see what we can find. This must be the house Agnew mentioned.
Curious old place. All made of stone. Looks like a miniature castle.
Yes. It's a style that was popular back in the 80s. Oh, what's that loose step?
Yeah. It's deserted, all covered with ivy, and windows have shutters over them.
Yes, it does. I think I hear someone over there. Yes, look. Over there on the terrace.
There's a man mopping up the tiles. Boy, look at him scrub.
Hello there.
What? Who are you? What do you want?
We're looking for the owner. Is he around?
There ain't no owner. This is a social club.
Oh, I see. Then is the manager around?
Oh, Mr. Kent? Yeah. Yeah, he's inside.
I'd like to speak to him for a moment.
All right, I'll go get him. Who wants?
Carter, Nick Carter.
Nick Carter. Okay. Just a moment, Mr. Carter.
Certainly acted suspicious of us, didn't he?
Yes, we rather took him by surprise.
Nick, he wasn't mopping up the whole terrace. He's been working on just this one small spot.
It probably just got started, Betsy.
Maybe.
Look, Betsy. Down the hill, through the trees.
Yes, you can just see the back of Mr. Agnew's cottage from here.
Yes.
Nick, do you think the bullet that killed Lord Nelson came from
Hold
here?
it, Betsy. Here comes the man.
Mr. Carter, I'm Howard Kent, manager of the 52 Club. My assistant says you want to see me.
Yes, Mr. Kent. I hoped you could give me some information.
Information?
Yes. Did you hear a shot fired near this house any time last night?
A shot?
Yes.
Why, no. No, I didn't. Did you, Bill?
Not me, Mr. Kent. I didn't hear a thing.
Why do you ask, Mr. Carter?
Mr. Agnew's dog was killed last night, and we
Well, my
thought-
secretary means that a stray bullet struck a dog belonging to a neighbor of yours, and we just wanted to find out if it came from around here.
No, it couldn't have. There aren't any guns around the place, except for some ornamental old antiques in the game room.
I see. I suppose this is a bridge club you're running, isn't it?
A card club, Mr. Carter. For a few well-to-do members who like privacy. To be perfectly honest, they all like to get together for an occasional game of poker where they won't be disturbed.
I see. Well, sorry to have bothered you.
Oh, not at all.
Guess we better get back, Betsy. As far as we're concerned, the case seems closed.
I'm sorry we couldn't be of more help.
Quite all right. Here, Betsy, these steps are uneven. You better take my arm.
Nick, they were both lying, I'm sure of it.
I think so, too.
But then why are we leaving? You certainly haven't given up, have you?
No, Betsy, I haven't. There's nothing more we can do here now. We can't prove they're lying without some kind of evidence.
No, I suppose not. Well, where to now?
Back to Simon Agnew's. I'll ask him to let me take the dog's body back to my office. I want to dig out that bullet and examine it.
What do you think you can learn from the bullet?
I haven't the faintest idea yet, Betsy, but I'm going to find out.
You need any help, Nick?
No, Patsy. It won't take long to dig the bullet out.
What in the world do you suppose Kent and that assistant of his were trying to cover up?
Well, perhaps the bullet will give us a clue. I'll only be a few minutes.
Right, Nick. You through already, Nick?
Take it easy, sister.
Oh, who are you?
We wouldn't be wearing masks if we wanted you to know that, sister. That's right. And these nice little guns will go off if you don't do just like we tell you.
What do you want?
We want to see Nick Carter.
He's not here.
You're lying. We saw both of you come in not more than a minute ago. There's a door over there, Jake. He's probably in there. Yeah, you're right. Okay, sister. Call Nick Carter to come out here.
I won't do it.
Maybe this will help you to change your mind.
Oh, let go of me.
Not yet, sister. Joe, cover that door with your gun. Yeah. When Carter comes out, see that he acts nice. I got you. Now, sister, you call Carter.
I tell you I won't. Oh, you're hurting me.
I ain't even begun to hurt you. How do you like this?
Nick? Nick?
Yes, Patsy, what?
Stick him up, Carter. Play nice or I'll plug you. Yeah, that's right.
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't help calling you.
That's all right, Patsy. Well, what do you two thugs want?
We want the body of that dog you just brought here, Carter.
The body of the dog.
Yeah. We're gonna get it if we have to kill you both just as dead as the dog is.
What do you know about that dog?
Never mind what we know. Where is it?
Suppose I refuse to tell you.
Suppose I plug this pretty secretary of yours.
Nick, don't listen to them.
Well, let me teach Carter a little lesson, Jake, huh? It'll make him more respectful of visitors after this. Shut up, Joe. Well, Carter, do we get the dog's body or do we get to practice our marksmanship on the dame here?
All right, you win. The dog's in my laboratory.
That room there?
Yes. Inside on the lab table.
Take a look, Joe. Right. Just be a second.
You better be careful, Jake. You're heading for trouble.
Who's running this little party, you or me?
I'm just warning you.
Well, don't bother. You got it, Joe? Yeah. It's in this box. You hadn't taken it out yet. And here's some rope I figured you'd need. Let's see. Yeah, it's the one, all right. Big black bulldog, very dead. Okay, we'll tie him up and then beat it out of here with a dog.
Gosh, they certainly tied us tight, Nick. Have you been able to reach any of the knots yet?
No, Patsy, I can't seem to get any slack at all. But the arm of this chair is coming loose. If I can only pull it out. Yeah. Now it's coming. There. Ah, that does it.
Oh, good.
Now to slide the rope off the arm of it. That's it. Now that gives me enough slack to work my arms out of this. And there. Presto agitato. I'm a free man again. Now, just a second and I'll cut you loose.
Nice work, Nick.
There. There you are, Patsy. That didn't take too long. But I'm afraid Jake and Joe are already too far away for us to catch them.
Who were they?
Well, with those masks they were wearing, I couldn't make out their features, but they're not important. They're just a couple of hired thugs working for someone else.
Who in the world would hire two gunmen to steal the dead body of a dog?
That, Patsy, is something we've got to find out. And I'm sure of one thing.
What's that, Nick?
It wasn't the dog they wanted. It was the bullet that killed him.
But that doesn't make any sense. If it was just a stray bullet that killed Lord Nelson.
Patsy, I think what's happened proves conclusively it wasn't just a stray bullet. There was something very special about that bullet. In some way, it was probably a clue to some crime we don't know about.
Our only clue. Now it's gone.
Perhaps not. Those two gunmen got away with Lord Nelson and the bullet. But maybe they weren't quite as clever as they thought.
How do you mean?
Just before they came in, I took an X-ray picture of the dog's head. The X-ray will show us the bullet clearly. Maybe it'll tell us as much as the bullet itself could.
That's wonderful, Nick.
It'll only take me a few minutes to develop the plate. Then we'll see what we can learn from it. Here's the negative, Patsy. I'll hold it up to the light.
There's the bullet. It shows up plainly.
Yes. Oh, that's strange.
What's strange, Nick?
The bullet.
Hmm?
It's no ordinary bullet. Judging from this X-ray, I'd say it was originally a perfectly round bullet.
But no modern gun fires a round bullet.
I know. The kind of bullet our grandfathers used to use in their old-fashioned muzzle-loading pistols.
What on earth do you suppose it means?
I don't know. But there's one way I may be able to find out.
How's that, Nick?
By going down to headquarters and checking over Riley's records. If I find a bullet like this as figured in any recent crime, I'll know there's some connection between that crime, the 52 Club, and the death of Simon Agnew's watchdog. February, January, December.
Well, Nick, have you found what you're looking for yet?
Oh, no, Riley, no, I haven't. And I've studied every crime in your record for the last 6 months.
Just what is this case you're working on, Nick? It must be an important one.
Oh, I'm investigating the death of a watchdog.
A watchdog? Oh, that's a hot one. Nick Carter investigating the death of a dog. Oh, sure, you're joking, Nick.
I am not. I believe a crime has been committed that we don't know about, and that the dog's death is our only clue.
Is it now? To a crime nobody knows about. Oh, Nick, are you sure you're feeling all right, lad?
This is no joking matter, Riley. I'm convinced that...
Riley.
Oh, yes, Doc. What is it?
Well, I finished my report on young Danny Caswell's death.
Uh-huh.
It was an accident, all right.
An accident. Well, I was sure of that myself, Doc.
Danny Caswell dead. The millionaire playboy?
Yeah, that's the one, Nick. And a queer accident it was, too. He was killed by an old-fashioned dueling pistol that he was cleaning.
That's right, Mr. Carter. An old-fashioned muzzle loader.
You certain it was an accident?
Why, it certainly looked like one. But the body's downstairs in the morgue, if you'd like to examine it yourself.
I'd like to very much. Riley, I think I've found what I'm looking for.
There you are, Nick. That's Danny Caswell's body.
And here's where the bullet entered his head. Just below the right eye.
Yes, I see.
His butler found him dead in his apartment this morning, Nick. He was sitting in an easy chair, and he had an old-fashioned dueling pistol in his lap that he'd been cleaning. It must have gone off while he was bending over it.
And there were other old pistols around. The butler said he collected them. And it certainly looked like accidental death.
About what time did Caswell die?
I made it somewhere between 3 and 5 a.m.
Rather late to be cleaning a collection of old weapons.
It is at that, Nick. Say, do you think maybe it wasn't an accident?
I'm positive it wasn't. Look at the powder burn around this wound.
What about it, Nick?
If you look close, you'll see it was made by modern smokeless powder.
Say, that's right, Mr. Carter. And here's a few grains of unburned powder embedded in the flesh.
What are you getting at, Nick?
Did you bring the pistol that killed Caswell with you, Doctor?
Yes, here it is, Mr. Carter.
Thanks. An old-fashioned muzzle-loading pistol made about 100 years ago. Here. Look at the burned powder traces just inside the muzzle of the gun.
By George, I see it now. The gun was loaded with old-fashioned black powder when it was fired. But the powder burn on Caswell's body was made by modern smokeless powder.
Exactly. That means the bullet that killed Caswell, this old-fashioned round lead ball you took from the wound, was fired from several feet away.
Several feet? But these powder burns there.
Then a modern pistol, loaded with a blank cartridge, was fired very close to the body, so the blank would leave a powder burn around the wound.
Then the whole thing was a plant, Nick.
Just what I'm getting at. Caswell was killed with this pistol right enough. Then whoever killed him managed to get his body into his apartment and set the scene so the whole thing would look like an accident.
Mr. Carter, I certainly hand it to you. I was completely fooled.
Now I know why someone was so anxious to make sure I didn't get a look at the bullet that killed Simon Agnew's watchdog. That bullet would have matched up with this one that killed Danny Caswell.
Nick, what does all this mean?
It means Danny Caswell was killed at or near the 52 Club last night.
The 50... Oh, but Nick, that takes the crime outside my territory.
I know it does, Riley. But it's not outside my territory. I'm going to follow this case to a finish.
Yep. Good luck to you, Nick.
As soon as it's dark, I'm going to pick up Scubby and pay another visit to the 52 Club.
Nick, is that the 52 Club there ahead of us?
That's it, Scubby.
Gosh, it certainly looks mysterious in the moonlight, like a miniature castle.
Yes, it does. Patsy said almost the same thing this morning.
Patsy certainly was sorry you wouldn't let her come with us tonight.
Well, I couldn't. There may be danger, although the club seems deserted from here.
Yeah, there isn't a light showing. Hey, do you think that manager fellow Howard Kent has run for it, Nick?
Well, he's probably decided to lay low for a while anyway. Here's the garage. Empty. If there were anyone here, there'd certainly be a car around.
Well, then we could have driven straight up here instead of hiding the car down in the woods back there.
Never hurts to play safe, Scubby.
No, you're right, Nick.
Now, here's the terrace. I think it'd be safe to use our flashlights now.
Okay. Hey, what is it, Nick? What are you shining your light on the terrace for?
This morning, Kent's assistant was mopping this particular part of the terrace, and here we are.
Yeah, what is it?
The tiles have been mopped clean. But here's a stain on this bit of moss between these two tiles.
Yeah, you're right. What made it, Nick?
I don't miss my guess. Blood.
Blood?
Yes, Scubby. I have a hunch this is the spot where Danny Caswell died last night.
And do you think it was murder, Nick?
Unless I'm very much mistaken, Scubby, it was deliberate and cold-blooded murder. Come on, I want to get inside.
Sure, right, Nick. Oh, here's the door. Oh, it's locked.
Let's see if one of my keys will work. No, not that one. Let's try this. Here we go. All right, come on in, Scubby.
Shall I turn on the light?
No, we'll use our flashlight.
Gosh, this is a big room. Look at the size of that fireplace there.
Yes. Huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, Scubby, look at those old guns in the wall above the fireplace. Just a second, I want to have a closer look at those. They're empty, see?
Gee, Nick, they all look as if they were 100 years old.
Most of them are. Look here, Scubby.
There's nothing there, Nick, just two empty brackets.
Exactly. Two brackets just the right size to have held the two dueling pistols that were found in Danny Caswell's apartment. And the dusty outline over each bracket is the same size and shape as those pistols.
Gosh, Nick, that's right.
I can't prove it yet, Scubby, but I have a hunch that Caswell was here last night and was deliberately lured into a duel in which the two old dueling pistols, which used to be part of this collection, were used.
Well, it certainly looks like it.
Caswell's opponent, whoever he was, killed Danny. But Danny's bullet missed, and went down the hill to kill Simon Agnew's watchdog.
It's a good thing Agnew asked you to investigate the dog's death, isn't it?
Not for the man who killed Caswell, it isn't. Hey, Miss Cubby. Did you hear anything then?
No, Nick. I didn't.
Thought I heard a footstep in the next room. Well, maybe I was wrong. I must have... Scubby!
Watch out, Nick! We're falling!
Nick and Scubby have apparently stumbled on a mystery far stranger than Nick ever dreamed of when old Simon Agnew asked him to investigate the death of his watchdog, and what has happened to them now in the strange and sinister 52 Club, which they thought deserted. Listen tomorrow. The Strange Adventures of Nick Carter, Master Detective, features Lon Clark as Nick Carter. Patsy is played by Helen Choate. The stories are written by Bob Arthur and David Cogan, and original music is played by Lou White. Be sure to listen tomorrow to the next episode of this exciting story and follow the further adventures of Nick Carter in the case entitled
The Accidental Bullet, or Nick Carter and the Mystery of the Murdered Dog.
The Return of Nick Carter, a copyright feature of Street and Smith Publications, Incorporated, is presented by the Mutual Broadcasting System from the studios of WOR, New York. The adventures of Nick's adopted son, Chick Carter, boy detective, are broadcast over most of these stations Monday through Friday at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Wartime. Nick's own show is presented over most of these stations every evening, Monday through Friday at 8:15 Eastern Wartime. This is Mutual.
This is Andrea J. Graham, author of the Web Surfer series. Oh, and a Madam's Wife. You're listening to the Great Detectives of Old Time Radio.
Welcome back. Well, a lot squeezed in the episode and a very exciting cliffhanger. So you'll want to find out what happens, so be sure and join us next week for that. It's worth noting that while the Johnny Dollar serials were mostly 5 parts with one 6-parter and 9-parter, the length of Nick Carter serials were all over the places. There were a few 5-parters, but there were also 8-parters, 9-parters, even a 10-parter, as well as a 7 and a 6. So the lengths were not as consistent as they were with the Johnny Dollar story. But at any rate, we'll find out what's ahead for us next week. And then join us tomorrow for an episode of yours truly, Johnny Dollar. In the meantime, send your comments to box13@greatdetectives.net. Follow us on Twitter @Radio Detectives and become one of our friends on Facebook.